The end game. This is the last push, the critical moment, the place of the fight, the last fight. Innovative ideas aren't always given a grand welcome at the beginning. You have to brace up. This critical moment comes with a lot of challenges, which you must face. You will face them. Your idea would be tested, rejected, scorned. But if you hang on, you will finish well. So I say, brace for impact. You're most welcome to Made for More with Oheji. This is your podcast series that gives you inspiration and education so that you can set your life on the upward spiral to become all you were created to be as you hit the journey to the place of more. I am your host, Oheji Emmanuel G. I'm giving you a warm welcome. All our first-timers and all the regular members of our community, you're most welcome to today's episode. See you in a bit. So today we're looking at the end game. The end game is, like we've heard from the introduction, is really about the last fight, your last push. That place you get to before the victory, before the final win. And every idea goes through that process where as you are coming out, you're indeed going to face some opposition. There are oppositions. Do not be naive. Do not think everything will just be also free, also smooth for you. You're going to face some opposition. And it is good for you to be prepared for that opposition or for whatever you would face. And there are three things that I have identified to be part of the opposition you would face as you set out to innovate. And the first one is the opposition of skeptics. Skeptics are going to be a major opposition you would face. People who would not believe in the idea that you propose. People who would not believe in what you're doing. Remember that we just saw that innovative ideas may not always receive a grand welcome at the point that you're coming out with the ideas. They might not receive that welcome, that beautiful welcome, red carpet rolling and all. You might need to convince people a little. You might need to stay on the fight a little more for people to begin to receive or to welcome or accept the ideas you propose. So you need to have that patience. Think of a process. We've been talking about the process. We've been talking about a journey. Think of it more as a journey because you're launching a product. Many people may not accept your product at the release date. You might need to show them some success stories. You might need to stay on there, hang in there until you're able to produce something worth telling so you can have them join you. And there's something I usually say, people are naturally doubters. Naturally, people will doubt you. They are going to think, what are you doing? Is it going to work? They might not accept fully what you are proposing. So it is up to you to either do what is needed to convince them to stay in the fight until they know and receive what you're proposing. It is absolutely up to you to do all of that. And in all fairness to them, it's not something to get you upset over. It's not something to get yourself upset over. It is not something to make you judge others or blame them to say, or feel entitled. No. It is what it is, like they say. In all fairness to them, they don't see what you see. They don't see your ideas. So quit complaining and blaming people for things like that. We're talking about on the last episode about taking responsibility. You need to stand up, rise up to the occasion, and know that indeed your ideas are your responsibility. If they fail, it's on you. If they succeed, it's on your team. Yes, I did a previous episode on leadership in season 2. You might want to go back and check what I said about leadership and achieving a vision. Yes, if it fails, it's on you. If it succeeds, it's on your team. So generally, note that they don't see what you see. They don't get that grand, innovative idea. And so they can't understand fully what you seek to achieve. So you need to know that people would naturally doubt your idea until it manifests. So, but you need to also remember that people don't doubt results. If you want to convince them, set out, get something done, get it done first, and then they'll believe you and take it to the bigger or to the next level. Number 2, your competition. You're going to have, really, do not be naive. You have a massive competition out there. Either people who are currently doing what you're doing, if you're entering a space that probably is already saturated, there are already people doing what you're proposing to do, or the new version of what you're proposing. There might be people who are already doing things like that. Or there might be people who would soon start doing things that you start doing. That is how life is. It is not unfair. It is actually normal. And competition is actually good for ideas like that, because the best idea always and eventually gets to come out on top. So there is massive competition out there for you. Just note that nothing stays hidden under the sun. The moment you start it, people are going to get a wind of it, and then they would basically start doing it as well. Or you get there's really nothing hidden. But your solution to always be on the cutting edge, to be ahead, is to stay evolving. You can't stay on a spot. You have to keep adding ideas. You have to keep innovating. So what you do to innovation is to keep innovating. To make your innovative ideas better, you need to continue innovating. You need to continue creating new ideas. You need to continue to pivot. You need to continue to improve, to evolve. So if you stay evolving, you would remain right ahead of the pack, and that is the winning perspective. That is the winning perspective. Number 3, and finally, your final opposition which you would face is yourself. Yes, you heard me right. You are your biggest opposition. You and the results you have already created are your biggest opposition. Bigger than the skeptics that you're going to face as you're trying to execute your idea, bigger than your competition, people who can even steal your idea, bigger than all of that is you as your opposition. If you don't have the right mindset to be on the place of winning, you just might miss it all. You are your biggest threat. And it is really about you getting comfortable with your initial success. Maybe the little you started gaining, the little things you started achieving. If you begin to get too comfortable with that, and then you want to feel at rest, at that point, you begin to decline. And that is a very important thing for you to note. When you forget that the results you made really would need to be replicated and perpetuated, you begin to decline. So you are your biggest opposition. If there's something massive we can learn from a person like Steve Jobs, is this mindset of evolution, always creating something new. Steve Jobs is actually someone I recommend you go study, you go read about, and you try to understand the way he operates, Steve Jobs would say he's actually proud of the many things that they haven't done as much as the things that they have done. His mind is always on doing the next thing, creating something new. His mind is always on innovating. Steve Jobs is someone to learn from. I heard something else which he said again, which was that he would say, let's invent tomorrow rather than worry about what happened yesterday. And that's true. And I believe that what you have done is conquered territory already. If you have done it already, it is conquered ground. So why stay there? Why remain at that point of maybe you get the point. You don't remain at that point where you allow the joy and the ecstasy of the moment to make you get too comfortable. No, you can't do that. You have to stay evolving. You have to move on to conquer other territories. And this is what I think you should do if you want to stay evolving, if you want to become an innovator through the process of the end game, if you want to fight through the last process, the last fight, the last push, if you want to do that and come out on top, this is really what you should consider doing. You need to first of all deal with skeptics. And really, the biggest response to skeptics is results. Show them results. Stay dedicated and committed to creating the results that would confound them and make them understand what you have been seeing so far. Like I said, don't judge them. Don't get too much of. Don't become entitled. Really, they don't see what you see. So show them what you see by manifesting it. Number two, your competition. People are out there who are your competition. You have to think about them. What do you have to do? What can you do to make things better? And then some people will become your competition the moment you execute your idea. Just know that once you execute your idea, some people become your competition because they would step up to start copying from you. Really, it happens. It is what it is. Life is what life is. Then finally, yourself. You are your biggest and greatest threat, your greatest your greatest opposition. You need to stay evolving. You need to learn not to remain and live in the world of your past victories. You need to evolve. You need to evolve, and learn how to make things better and do not stay within the territories of your past victories. This is what I think you should do. Thank you for joining me on this one. See you in a bit as we wrap up. All right, thank you very much for joining us on this one. Thank you to all our first timers and all regular members of our community. Thank you for the support so far. Your feedback is always welcome. Thank you for the massive support, the love, and everything. I know that generally we really need your support, and you're doing great in doing this. You can find other ways you would be able to support us in the description to this post. You're going to see how you can give support to our community, and we actually put up the word about our website, which is supposed to have been fully up and running now, but there are certain technical challenges that we're working on with the team to have that completely sorted. Sorry about that delay. We'll get this done quickly as soon as possible, and you'll get to see more resources and more things about the Made for More program, and then the Make for More vision, and then how you can support and be part of it. Thank you very much for all the support. We are really grateful for the support, and we believe that we can do greater things together as we keep partnering on this project. Thank you. I remain Oheji Emmanuel Iji. I'm your captain on this journey to the world of more. I am delighted to always bring this to you on behalf of the rest of the community. Thank you very much. And finally, I would say that connect with us on all social media platforms. On Facebook, you find Made for More with Oheji. Just like the page and follow us. On Instagram, you find us with the handle at Oheji Made for More. Same with Twitter. Then you can also find the phone number to reach us right there on this post, where you can give us all the support you want to give as we continue building the community. Finally, personally, you can follow me with the handle at I am Oheji, and we can have further interactions going forward. Thank you very much for everything and for sticking with us. Have a good one. See you next time.